Hello, my name is Kevin and welcome to the Love Decanters channel. So today I'm going to talk about Capstan Stem Glasses. Now, this is what people normally think of the Capstan Stem, and a capstan is something you use to tie a ship up to, so that's what it's being like. But this is also a Capstan Stem, even though it's got this little bladed knop in the middle. Yeah, this is it because of this piece here, which is like this piece here. Can you see they both have this little bit at the bottom of the bowl? Yep, that's what makes it a capstan stem glass. So these are the ones I'm going to talk about specifically. There's been quite a bit of debate about these on Facebook, and I thought I will find the definitive answer. How old are these glasses? And yeah, so yeah, a bit earlier than I thought. So we'll have a look in some books first, and then we'll get on and have a look at some lovely juicy glass to show you a load of different capstan stem glasses of this kind, okay? Not the other ones with the just normal. So anyway, with that said, let's get on with the video. So this is the first book we're looking at. This is English Drinking Glasses by Ronald Gabriel. He's got a dwarf ale glass version, so this glass is a bit taller. The one we were looking at was only about this high. You can see it's a bit more elongated. You can see there's a Rythen bowl one. This is half Rythen, but it does have prerequisite capstan stem. Look at that. So he's got 1820. That is the most exact date that I found in any book where I've been looking, okay? I'll show you another book and I'll give you an idea of what everybody else is saying. This book is called English Table Glass by Perry Bates, and yeah, this book's from 1913. Here's the glass in question here. It's a deceptive in this case, and he says this one is I think he says it's early because you have to go away and find the page and everything with the blah 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 from the number that's here, and he said it's from the first half of the I'll get this right, 19th century. So yeah, so that's Perry Bates, 1913. This book was written, so he's actually not looking that far back in time, and we'll move on to 1920 next. This book is The Glass Collector, a guide to English glass, or guide to old English glass, I should say. And yeah, so he's got one here. You can see a little bit of there with the bottom of the bowl and everything. And this is what most people say, first half 19th century. Yeah, very inexact. So we do see a lot of these glasses, so how new are they really? This book is Decanters and Glasses by Therle Hughes, and now we're getting on to the real dates now. So this is a drawing from 1811 from Edinburgh and Leith Glass Company, and looky this one here, look at that stem and look at that stem. Yeah, these are champagne flutes. It doesn't make any difference. They are Capstan Stem Glasses from 1811. Now, this is the earliest date that I've been able to find real catalogue pictures of these glasses. So 1811, remember that date now. This book is Whitefriars Glass, James Powell and Son of London, by Museum of London. And yeah, so these are the glasses we're talking about. And this page is from 1830s onwards pattern book. So there you go. These look like a couple of rummers. I think they're not small glasses. So the bottom of the bowl is wider than the top of the capstan, but that doesn't matter. It's the same kind of stem there. So there we go. There's the going on into the 1830s now. This book is 19th Century British Glass by Hugh Wakefield. And this is an advert for Apsley Pellatt's glass from 1838. And yay, this is the glass that we are interested in. You can see, got a little bit at the top there. Yep, little panels cut into this one. It might be petal molded, like the one we were looking at earlier. But yeah, that is the glass. So on we go. This book is From Broad Glass to Cut Crystal by D.R. Guttery. And this page is from the first price list for Stevens and Williams. There's no date, but Stevens and Williams started in 1847. So there we go, and look at this little glass here. There we go again. There's another one. So yeah, we're moving up. So let's move on to another book. So we are back with Whitefriars glass, James Powell and Son, Museum of London book, and this is the glass we're looking at here. You can see it's a bit smaller. I don't think this one is a rummer. It looks more like a wine glass. But I think this is truly the end of the line. Now, if you look over here, these glasses have a different form. This is 1855, as I said. But if I go over to the next page, it's the 1860s. Things look very different. And yeah, they look more like those other things where it's transitioning to. If I go over the next page, you can see like there's 100 glasses on this page, all different shapes and sizes. None of them look like a capstan glass, or capstan stem glass. There's more on here. There's not so many on there, but there are some more over here. I think in total we have a couple of hundred glasses from the 1860s here. And none of them are capstan stem. And also the sort of like slice cut glasses that were appearing with the capstan stem, those have disappeared as well. So I think 1860s, those types of glasses are definitely gone. So there we go. So I'm starting with these wine glasses here, and I'm showing a little array of different ones. So we'll start with this one. It's fairly basic looking. It's got, you can see here where you've got this bit, and then where the stem is attached to it. So they've actually got the base of the bowl. Then it looks like they've put a layer on it, and then they've attached the stem to it, and then the stem is another piece as well attached to the foot, and it has a, what's this one? It's got a polished pontle, but there's a bit of the broken pontle in it. Can you see? It's got dirt in it. I probably should have cleaned that out at some point. But anyway, yeah. And there, that's the capstan stem. There's this one, which has actually got layers in it. So you can see it's got... Now, sometimes you have a bucket bowl. Now, I've been looking around and I couldn't find any of my bucket bowl, but I have a feeling they're down the shed somewhere. I've only got these funnel shaped ones here. So this one's got like layers. See here at the base, and then you've got the capstan shape, and this one's also got a polished pontle. So these ones you're probably talking, these are probably later on in the series. This one is a petal molded one, and you can see, yeah, again, you've got the bit where it's got a little layer in the base, but this is molding, this is not cutting. Can you see? Again, the same. This one's got a broken pontle, can you see it there? Doesn't feel specifically sharp. You can tell these are old because if I... So it sits on the edge, but you can hear that the edge is quite rough. And then there's this one here, which has got the biggest think these are called Miris, I'm not sure. But anyway, it's got this bigger piece here. It's quite wide compared to the others. Yeah, and this one has a polished pontle as well. While I'm doing these ones, I might as well bring this one in because I've only got one. There's a little port or sherry. Can you see it by size comparison? Bowl is probably half the size, but this one's quite a sweet one because it's nicely cut. I've got a few of these, and also look under the foot. You can see it's got cutting there as well. It's got a broken pontle though. Can you see that? So it's got all this cutting, but they didn't actually bother to sort the pontle out. So that's quite nice. I'll just keep bringing. If I just push these back, let's shock you with an array. I'll bring them in one at a time. So this one is a champagne glass. Bring it back here. Look at the size of that monkey. Then where am I looking? Yeah. This one is a jelly glass. And this one is more like a bucket. You see the bottom of the foot of the bowl is wider than the bottom piece there. Yep. Broken pontle again. What else am I bringing in? Oh yeah. This one is a deceptive. You can see it's a bit like the base of this one, but it's cut. Can you see? So this one is a bit more of a bucket bowl, but then it shrinks down quite, so that actually the bottom half of the bowl is actually quite small. Not as small as some deceptives. It does have a polished pontle though. But yeah, that's another one. Let's see what else I can bring in. Oh yeah, so I'll have a couple of weird ones. I will bring those in as well. So I am a bit less certain of these. I bought these not that long ago. And yeah, they're a bit weird. Look at them. Hang on, let me move these out of the way. So you do get like champagnes, you get jelly glasses, there's ale glasses as well. I'm sure I had an ale glass somewhere. Yeah, but look at these. So this one is a champagne, but yeah, this is it feels like too much work. Polished pontle there. Makes me think, did I do right buying these? Are they could be, I've been looking, I was thinking maybe they're Scandinavian 20th century copies, maybe, don't know, but they are that kind of glass, but you need to be careful. I'm looking at it and they're looking actually a bit sparkly compared to the others, so yeah, a bit less certain. Then, okay, now just to throw all the dates, do you remember I said 1811 to 1855? I have this glass here, which has the right stem and everything, has a broken pontle, but it also has a folded foot, quite deeply folded. Yeah, this is looking more like 1800. Yeah, but the bottom of the bucket, look at that, it's just like bottom of the bucket of that one. Yeah, but with a folded foot. So although I've got references going back to 1811, I have a glass that looks earlier, and in fact glasses with this motif on are usually dated 1800 And I've seen one with this, not exact this exact motif, but as an Irish glass as well. So, yeah, and they could be going back earlier, potentially even 18th century. But anyway, I think maybe if we just went 1800 to 1855, but you've then got to start looking at the glass itself, because that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this glass and thinking this looks earlier than the others. So something like this, yeah, you would say that's 1830s onwards, really. These are probably in this sort of like 1810 to 1830s. Yeah, this one might be a bit later. This one looks more like a end game. Yeah. So you then have to start looking at the glass itself, the quality of the glass. You know, where do I think it fits in the timeline? What's the cutting? Panel cutting is like this, is really, people are really talking 1820s and 30s. But then you've got panel moulding, which is a bit earlier usually. So, because although they might have been cutting at that time, it was more difficult to cut panels, so you could cut them, but it was expensive. So, anyway, there you go. That's the glasses I'm going to show you. I know I've got some more, they must be down the shed. But anyway, here we go. So there you have it. I particularly wanted to cover these glasses because you're going to find them. They are out there. As you can see, it looks like they were probably made for at least 50 years. Lots of people were making them. So that's why you're seeing them and why people are going, are these later? They can't be 1820s, 30s, whatever the dates people are putting on them. They could be as late as 1850, but they were made for a long time. So the chances are, if you were to put 1820 or 1830 on them, it's a very reasonable date. But you do have to look at the glass, because obviously I've got one that looks much earlier and then some that look a bit later. But as a style, yeah, they were going for ages. They're definitely gone from the 1860s. The Whitefriars absolutely decimated anything that looked like that in the 1860s catalogue. I said there were literally about 200 glasses in the 1860s Whitefriars catalogue, and none of them were like that. So yeah, definitely gone by then. Unless some stray manufacturer was still doing the old stuff somewhere. You never know. But anyway, all the references will be in the description below, so you can rush out and buy all these crappy old books that I've got. And yeah, and please remember to like and subscribe. I will continue making films. I'm still working on my website, so it won't be at the pace it has been earlier, all with those big films that I've been doing. But yeah, I am going to carry on making films. My website's coming along really nicely. I think another couple more weeks, and yeah, I'll be releasing. There's going to be probably more than 100 new pieces of glass on it, lots of new references, picture fixtures, all sorts of new features in it, and I'll probably do a video on what I've done to my website when I've released it. So with that said, thank you for watching and have a good evening. Thank you. Bye.